How many people here have been on a roller coaster? Raise your hand. Okay, so most all of you. Do you remember that rush and excitement you get when you get on a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're trying to bring to Lithuania. We're a Lithuania film studio and amusement park team. I'm Heron.
I'm Renita. Jackie. And Colleen.
Our presentation will contain company and product overview, and market attractive assessment, and market entry strategy, and marketing mix plan. We are working for a U.S. company going into Lithuania, trying to set up a film studio and amusement park. We are trying to target the local and regional guests and tourists, and also for the film studio, we are targeting the company working for film productions and film producers. And we are trying to have family-friendly brand image to create safer environment for more people to come. And also we're incorporating a Lithuania culture with American theme.
Okay, now we're going to look at the market attractiveness to see why we picked Lithuania. When looking at the political spectrum in Lithuania, it's one of the most southern of the 3 Baltic states. It has a government that is very supportive to FDI. It's not a repressive government. And as a former communist bloc country, it's definitely expanding and growing right now. And it is also a member of the European Union, which provides it with regional stability and close relationships with its other European neighbors. In terms of the economic environment, it is strategically located in the middle of the Baltic area and is also has close trade and economic relationships with other European countries, specifically Germany. And because of the fact that it's a post-Soviet state, it enjoys greater economic freedom as well as greater economic expansion. It's done pretty well over the past decade. It was hit somewhat hard by the 2008 financial crisis, which caused a slight drop in GDP. As you can see, but consumer expenditure has been increasing well throughout this past decade, and because of that, targeting goods and services like an amusement park would be ideal. And the ease of doing business ranking in 2009 was 25, which isn't as great as we would like it to be, but it's been pretty stable for the last 5-6 years, which shows that we don't have anything to worry about in terms of any unforeseen risks or calamities. And then lastly, when looking at the cultural environmental overview, the population is mostly Roman Catholic. It is educated, illiterate, and in a developed country, so the ease of translating such a commodity is quite easy, quite simple. When looking at the hosted dimensions, for the most part, it's pretty moderate on most of the dimensions. It has a high femininity rate and a low long-term orientation. So this basically means that they'll probably be open to FDI, open to some levels of risk, but they would probably like some oversight and control over what we do there.
So Lithuania may be considered as an emerging market for different reasons, such as the low labor cost, the clear difference between the classes, between the poor and the rich people, also the weak institution and corruption, and finally economical and political risks. But Lithuania, as we saw before, Lithuania is also part of the European Union now, so we can assume that it will soon catch up with the other Western European Union. So as first movers, the company really have to take the opportunity to develop this concept before others does. And it's going to be very expensive, but if it's a success, then we can figure that the company will have the opportunity to spread the idea in the neighboring countries, which also lack of amusement parks. Then, concerning the amusement park competition, the concept of amusement park is not that developed in Lithuania, so that we can say that there is no direct competitor in terms of amusement park. However, Lithuanian people really fancy outdoor sporty activities and as well as cultural activities. Among the different competitors, we can say that water parks are very popular. They are cheap, entertaining, and they have lots of different pools, and they always go with a set of services such as hotels, restaurants, sometimes even nightclub and bowling, those kind of things. Then the Bruntos Park, there is a picture there. It's a very special park, theme park. It's kind of a time travel in the past in the Soviet Union. You can eat gulag meal, you can see statues of Soviet leader. It attracts more curious tourists. Then you have the adventure park, who are more about experiencing fun outdoor activities, and the outdoor museums, like the Museum of Rare Stone and Museum of Brumsiskis, are about learning, but also having a nice afternoon with your family in a natural surrounding. Then, concerning the film studio, the company will have only one direct competitor, which is the Lithuanian Film Studio. It is located in Vilnius, near the airport, and it just opened a brand new facilities in 2010. It works with movie producers and film companies from all over the world, especially Europe and North America. And it also collaborates with a local film company. So here is the SWOT analysis. You can especially notice that having an American brand name will attract more Lithuanian customers. Also, being a first mover for the company might be a strength as well as a weakness. And finally, we can see that the competition might be difficult to overcome.
Our target market is composed of 3 different segments. The first one is 20 to 30-year-old adults. This segment has low disposable income and price drives their purchasing decisions. They also have a high unemployment rate, but the company could use this to their advantage by employing them to build and maintain the park. So this would foster local loyalty and would show our commitment to the Lithuanian market. The second segment are new Lithuanians, or the Nuva Riche, and this is a semblance of a middle class. They comprise 10% of the Lithuanian population, and they have more disposable income. And the third segment is families. They have the highest disposable income of any household group, and they're a natural fit with our company since we offer affordable and fun activities for all ages.
Okay, moving now to market entry strategy. You'll see here we came up with several different options for entry into the Lithuanian market, though the first 2 are certainly the strongest. Option 1, enter into a joint venture with Lithuanian Film Studios, LFS, currently the only major film studio in all of Lithuania. Doing this would allow for a much easier entry into the market as a whole, considering LFS already understands the market. They know how to work with the government, they understand regulations, and most importantly, they understand consumer preferences. Option 2 would be quite the opposite, entering into direct competition with LFS. This would be done by establishing this new facility directly in Vilnius, where LFS is currently located, and creating a low concentration of firms from the same industry within the same city would create a highly rivalrous, highly competitive environment, similar, though on a much smaller scale, to Hollywood in the US. Taking all this into consideration, we selected option 1, joint venture, with LFS as the most viable option, as it really allows for maximization of both firms' core competencies.
Okay, now we're going to look at our marketing mix plan, and the first thing that we're going to look at is the brand image. The 3 most important things when considering the brand image is creating a nationwide image of a fun, family-friendly, accessible park that everyone would like to go to and everyone is happy with. And secondly, creating a brand image that has a lasting name brand recognition by targeting our market demographic, making sure that the tastes of the Lithuanian consumer meets with the American culture that we're trying to create within the park. And then lastly, having a top-down strategy where we take input from our joint venture partner, our consumers, and the general environment that we're in, and then implementing it at the ground level at the park with our rides, with our hotel amenities, with our souvenir shops, with our souvenir gift shops. So basically we want to create a holistic image of this brand that has a long-term positive brand name recognition, and that is something that people really like to go to and have fun at.
Our product, which is our film studio, it's going to be 100,000 square meters, and it's going to produce TV episodes, movies, and local and global newses. We're going to target people who are producing movies and other media. It's going to include everything the producer needs to create a film. So such as sound stages and wardrobe and offices for them to have meetings, and also art stages, and etc. And also we're going to have amusement park, which is a fun part, and we're going to have 2 separate parts, one for children, one for adults. The children part will be fairy tale, animation, and animal themed, and it will be very age appropriate. And we're going to have adult section will be more movie themed, and we'll have indoor roller coaster. The picture is right there. And we're gonna have a movie themed inside, so it's very easy and cheap to change the inside. And whenever we have movie that we want to promote, we'll just change the inside to different background and different characters that we are promoting. And also, we're going to have hotels and stores and restaurants and transportation according to our park. For restaurants, we're going to have fast food restaurants such as McDonald's and other fast food restaurants for Lithuanians that they're familiar with, and also some sit-down restaurants.
Concerning the prices, we advise the company to target 2 different segments of the Lithuanian population. Firstly, the average Lithuanian people who has low income and therefore not much money to spend on leisure time. He will have the opportunity to have very low price tickets, low fast food, nice hotels, and we really also want him to go back home with a little souvenir from the park so that it can be extra advertising for us. And then the second target will be the newer rich segment, which is wealthier and therefore more willing to spend money on special features such as luxury suites, expensive menus, high quality souvenirs, etc. Also, we calculated the price of the tickets by doing a comparative study between the United States, France, and Lithuania. We took the average income per person in each country, and then we took the price ticket for Disneyland in the United States and in France, and we came up with a price ticket around $30, which is affordable and would give us profits.
Proposed location will be located halfway between Vilnius, which is the capital of Lithuania and the largest city in Lithuania, and Kaunas, which is the 2nd largest city in Lithuania. The regions associated with these cities have the highest consumption and leisure activities in Lithuania, and both cities have their own airports, which would cater to our international clientele. The location is approximately 25 miles from each of the cities, so this would be an easy distance to drive for either a weekend excursion or even a day trip. For advertising, we propose film-based marketing tactics, such as 30-second advertisements, which simulate promotional movie trailers, and they will be fast-paced and feature movies that will have corresponding rides at the amusement park. We will focus on branding elements later on because